things under wraps, then they should not. Okay. Okay. So I'm not gonna start malding out yet.
Yeah, and you know, generally, if the IOs are being played as support, you want to have that in the forward position with disables locked
Right,
down, because IO
true.
doesn't bring that.
have an
5
initiator other
seconds
than
remaining.
Tusk. And they're still kind of squishy. Venomancer these days is not like super squishy, but Venomancer doesn't also get in the middle of fights. He casts his Poison Nova and then kind of pieces it.
Team Secrets turn to
We got the
ban.
Mars banned out by IG. We had some Marses played by Nisha earlier on in the tournament, with success as well.
Oh yeah, that's true. I was assuming that it would be Zai, but yeah, I'm playing a ton of Mars.
Yep.
At the same time, I feel like they would. I mean, Mars, you've got Ursa. Theoretically, it could be a matter of know where Ursa's going, but you could go against that
10
Mars.
seconds.
But
That rock, paper,
remaining.
scissors going.
yeah.
Well, Team Secret will have overall last pick, so
5
they can set
seconds
Nisha up
remaining.
for success. If you're saying, you know, Nisha has not been showing up as much as he normally does, as much as we are expected to see from him, this time around, he gets last pick.
Yeah.
If that is the case, there's still maybe some Alchemist rotation.
Fly Ursa, but I'm not gonna say safe lane or mid or whatever. It's just it's Fly playing that hero. Well,
Well,
they're not playing it support.
you're happy with that. Doesn't mean you're going
I don't
for
know.
IG.
Yeah.
These character players, man, some of them need to practice their eye. We had Quincy Cruz, same thing. You know, you are like, I don't play eye. But
Quinn
don't
stepped
worry,
up.
I'm a mid. I'll do what's needed.
And
for the
it
team.
wasn't like flawless, and yet they still won.
Yeah.
So give me IG. I refuse to compromise on the fact that Core IO is broken.
Yeah, we've heard multiple players actually say in their interviews that Core IO is a broken hero. So I feel Blair, does that mean you're going
All right.
for Team Secret?
Yeah,
I'm setting you up for
I
this
wasn't
one.
gonna say Secret, but Shiva, you're very convincing here. So Team Secret have this game. Thank you
You
for
make a
reminding
compelling
me.
case.
They're copying NA strats, so clearly Secret have got this game.
I mean, what needs to go well for Secret? Do they need to end early? Is that the key? What you mentioned earlier, Tsunami, that they just have to end before IO gets his heart?
Yeah, but I don't even think they can do that well. They don't have that great tower pusher. So I think I don't know what the plan is for Secret. How do you win this game? You said
Get
NA
farmed
strats?
up, just hit Alchemist time, you know, and then control
Prepare
Roshan.
for battle.
They're playing on Radiant, right? So they're gonna have better Roche control.
It's
So
against an Ursa.
oh, but I mean, they're gonna have the control around the Roche.
Okay,
They've
yeah.
got the heroes who can take. It's not about what heroes on.
Step lively now.
Alright.
If they
Your
get ahead, they
admiral is on board.
take Roche.
Get ahead, get your Alchemist timings
looking
right, and
seems
win the
simple.
game. That seems to be the road for Team Secret on the other side. Core IO, OP. Let's see how this first game is going to play out together with B-Cup and Black.
Thank you very much, Shiver. We're coming into this first game. Secret IG Core IO. Where it's gonna go, we'll find out. And Emo and Flyfly, they do swap lanes quite often, especially with like Morphling. Both of them play that hero. They'll swap every now and then. They're both pretty proficient in both the safe lane as well as mid. So it'll be interesting to see where they put this matchup. Anywhere you want to see the IO?
Definitely not middle against Kunkka. It's a pretty bad matchup. I think Ursa does a lot better there. Let's check the items. Yep, it's a mid Ursa. It's safer than IO. I liked it a whole lot better because they also dodged it bad. Oh, they put Venomancer middle. Maybe? Possibly? Who's mind gaming who here? Now Veno is moving towards the bot lane. So it is going to be that good Ursa against Kunkka matchup. And IO against Alchemist, or potentially a tri-lane even. It's the Veno, the bad lane. Not a fan.
Calling for that Kunkka too, by the way, for Secret, and you ended up hitting it. You called it like right as they picked it.
That's why I'm a professional analyst. That's why I have, or this is rather, that's why you have me with you. Because, you know,
yeah, I
might not be good at many things, but Dota, whew, I'm so good at Dota. Insane, dude.
Me too. Sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. Don't check up on that. Ooh,
top lane?
Stun come out from Kaka. A lot of damage being done by onto Yaptor. Ooh. Him and Ollie just kind of skirting away on that. Already forced this salve up in the first minute. That is really rough to deal with. It's a try. You really don't see that this often, and I'm excited to see it.
It's kind of weird. Alchemist is pretty strong in tri-lanes, so it's us. CM also with that Nova ability. So I think Secret should be winning this mid lane. Secret should also have the upper hand. Kunkka against melee heroes generally is pretty damn strong. The only lane where maybe IG can win is bot lane. See how they recover from these lanes. Because Ursa's not a hero that can gank, right? Like he's playing the carry role from the mid lane, so you don't expect many rotations from him. Dropping very low here on the Ursa.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Really rough for Flyfly already, and like you said, he's trying to stay stationary in that lane. I don't know if he's necessarily playing in the one full farm priority, because you usually see like the IO kind of take over right in the safe lane. So is there any way that he changes his item build? Like, will there be any way that he changes item build, or does it really have to be just that one position item build regardless of the fact that he's over mid?
We'll have to see what he's gonna go for. I mean, there is ways you can go for less greedy item build, like phase boots, blink BKB, or blink bash, or something like that. It's just we always see this battle fury on Ursa. I don't think he's gonna stray away from that.
Now. Your admiral is on board.
Days of phase boots abyssal on Ursa.
Yeah, I don't miss them. Those were stupid days.
It always was so quick just to have that phase abyssal jump, and it was so difficult to deal with.
Yeah,
I'd love to see it come back just a little bit, not all the time.
Just sometimes.
You were hoping also for a mid lion. I know you've been playing that a lot. It's not happening here. It's the Ursa mid. But
I think it's never gonna happen.
I've been excited to see what they can do with it. One day it's gonna happen.
I don't know, man. I thought many times it could happen. I'm disappointed every time. A man can only take that much disappointment, you know. For his heart to the dark side.
Getting another salve shipped out, and
Get a ton of
word there from Yapsor.
Step lively now.
Yeah.
Your admiral is on board.
Really having a tough time kind of standing and banging there. But first blood's going to be drawn there. Emo getting credit for it, taking out Puppy as there was a rotation over towards mid from the top. So that leaves it a 3v2. They get an opportunity. However, now they're going to be a red kill here over mid. Take damage onto Nisha, but the shards are perfectly placed. The Yapsor in trouble still, though. Taking a lot of damage here and will fall to Flyfly. The trade is there as Puppy TP's mid. Cleave almost kills Kaka. Gosh.
Hello.
There's so much damage. I took down like 250 health from him. Yeah, they had to be very careful here. He gets a good trade on the Ursa. Well, a decent trade. I guess he was very low anyway, so he just wanted to come back to the lane with full health and mana. But Tumba is having a very free time. But Tumba, man.
Out to taking a lot of damage. Meanwhile, bottom, they're going after Zai, trying to chase onto this Venomancer and get the kill in the bot lane, and JT will get credit for that. Out struggling a little bit, but they might be able to get the kill here onto the Abaddon, and they will. Puppy getting another kill as he takes out Out.
A lot of pressure coming out here on this IO lane. You don't want to give him free farm, but he's still ahead of the Alchemist in net worth. So even though you're trying to pressure him with 3 heroes, it's not really working out yet. He has the Helm of Iron will now, 5 health region from that. He's gonna be able to sustain himself in this lane quite easily. And bot lane is just gonna get harder. Wind Ranger almost has a Javelin, almost level 6. That means Venomancer has a very easy kill.
Cover mid to go after the Kunkka. This is great rotation. It's coming out from Kaka. He's been all over the map so far. Helped get a kill over bottom, goes over mid. They get a kill there on Anisha. That's really alleviating the pressure that's on Flyfly to really perform quite well over mid.
Yeah, that's the power of the Ursa. He might not be the best laner 1v1, but if there's a rotation, the Fury swipe stacks end up very quickly in damage. This Kunkka was a free kill. No problem for them.
So right now things going well for IG, and it's a good spot to be in up against an Alchemist lineup, that's for sure. Is there anything different you want to see from Secret at the moment? Because IG right now, they're rotating great. And as I say that, JT trying to get a solo kill, lands the Shackle right on it with a power shot, finishes him off with the focus fire. JT just gets an easy kill over bottom, solo kill over bottom, and that's going to keep the lane pretty clean and easy for him.
It's not gonna get easier. As I said, as soon as the Javelin's up, level 6 is up, Venno is a pretty free kill. Shows it right there. Easy pickup for him.
Tusk might be in trouble too. He's got shards maybe to get some distance and a snowball.
Oh, nice.
High ground, that's well done. But the neutrals, okay, stays alive, and now Flyfly walking into the hands of a tough man as well as Puppy realizes that they're there and backs off of it.
Do you see a combo play? He Nova the creeps to get vision, and then managed to snowball up there because of it. Really good foresight play by Puppy here. Flyfly,
Great shards into the Torian. Flyfly now surrounded by 4 heroes. He's forced to pop that ult. He's trying to fight back the snowball to extend the time. Monotone does nothing, and Zai will take out Flyfly. 4 heroes though to get that kill on the Ursa. That's leaving JT wide open. You've got Wisp continuing to just farm away. Hero's got himself a pretty clean lane at the moment. So, a lot of rotations for Secret, but well worth it when you can kill the Ursa.
Kumba TPing bottom. He couldn't really take the pressure from the IO anymore, but he's TPing into a lane of a level 7, soon to be 8 Wind Ranger, who's now getting mana. Potentially enough to try to get for the solo kill here, but reaches level 6 on the Alchemist, so should be fine unless Kaka finds a good hex. Yapsaw. Ooh. They saw that water. Yeah, should get dewatered momentarily. But Kaka out of position.
Kaka 2-man stun. Focus fire right onto the Crystal Maiden. They got the Shackle with the snowball. That will save the Crystal Maiden. They'll go after the Windrunner. Power shot missing, but Puppy's still going to die here to JT. They've also brought over the Abaddon. Ollie trying to keep alive his allies here, and he's not just that. They get a kill. They're all right for now on IG.
Yeah, Secret's splitting their focus. Like they were focusing the Lion, but then they were like, oh, the Wind Ranger's killing my CM. They went all in on the Wind Ranger suddenly and just ignored the Lion, and they get no kill and lose a CM. So another bad trade for Secret here. IG playing pretty damn well. Io already finished his Dominator. Now it's just gonna retreat to the jungle and start flash farming. So many stacks. Almost as good as Sigma.
Watching Io.
Balls.
I know people don't get as excited as I do, but stacking and farming, I play a lot of 5 position. When I'm able to stack for my carries and watch this efficiency, that's the best part for me. I don't know. Maybe I
mean, especially with Io, like every time the balls touch the creeps, like the sound is so nice. I don't know if you ever heard that, but it's a very satisfying sound.
Your sound effects are always on.
So Ursa?
I think what we really need is
under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under
we need
attack.
nothing? Okay. Now what do we really need, Beacop? Please tell me.
I'm going to say a voice pack.
Fast. A voice pack for me?
Voice
Yes.
pack.
In fact, Valve has already contacted me. Currently in production.
Alright.
Stay
Radiant's
hyped
bottom tower
and stay
is
hydrated,
under
guys.
attack.
Finger
Dire's
online.
middle tower
Wind
is
Ranger. Oh,
under
they might be
attack.
finding the Alchemist here. They saw him under the ward, but he's pretty tanky. But not really.
Need to catch him away from his team. Got some help over mid. I don't know if they'll kill him quick enough.
Radiant's bottom tower.
They know
is under
exactly
attack.
where he is. The question is, can they move in?
Go right now.
Level 6, they have the finger, so there's a
Finger.
possibility that they get this kill. They got the Hex, the finger available to finish off the top of that. And they are just diving into the jungle, knowing where he's at. The vision's there. Yapzor now. Let's see if he can survive. Goes into the snowball, hits on it too. They look over at the Lion.
Radiant's bottom
Kaka falls
tower
over
is
to
under
Nisha.
attack.
1-for-1 trade that could have gotten worse for Secret.
JT
Dire are
relocating
scanning.
the Wind Ranger out.
Radiant's
I like the
bottom
item
tower
adjustment
is
here
under
from
attack.
Fly. Konka. Get a little bit careful, there's a lot of damage potential here. Ollie from the side.
Ooh, they're trying to chase. Ollie trying to get in front of him, maybe body block. There's 3 heroes here for Secret
Wow,
though.
he's
He
just
doesn't
hitting.
have that level 6, so he's just dead.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Alright.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Not sure what they were
attack.
thinking there.
Admiral is on
Just running
board.
into 3 heroes because they had vision on them. Yeah. Happens sometimes, you know? Think you're really
Odd
strong,
decision.
you're not, and you get in trouble at high school. Good old days, man. Good old days.
Get older for me. What were you saying about the Ursa? You like the change in his build. What if about it? Are you gonna now he's going into Basher? He had the Asha queued up before.
I
Is he
like
doing
it.
Phase Abyssal?
Lively now.
Maybe.
Your admiral
Possibly.
is on board.
Maybe Bash Up Link. We'll have to see. Bash Up can be
Dire's
also a
middle
possibility.
tower is
And I
under
like it in
attack.
regards of his lineup that he's playing with, because Wind Ranger and Io are quite greedy, but he might just be falling flat as well. Like if he dies a couple more times, there's no way to come back into the game. No Battle Fury this time.
Dire's structures are
You rely on
fortified.
having a good game. Can't afford to die.
Radiant's top tower is under
The
attack.
tower.
Look at the farm for
Dire's
Emo.
middle tower is under attack.
Tower gonna drop over mid.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Alchemist farming a really big stack
Radiant
though.
are scanning.
So he's gonna be having a good golden fusion here. Battle Fury is gonna be online as well. A bit slower than the timing that we usually see, around 10 minutes.
Radiant
Maybe at
structures
around
are
11:30
fortified.
before him. But still
Radiant's
decent
bottom
enough.
tower is under attack.
Considering we just saw a
Dire's middle
9-minute
tower
battle
is under
period with
attack.
phase
On
boost.
board.
This is definitely not the fastest of the day.
And in this small downtime, I would like to ask you what
Dire's top
concert
tower
just cost
is under
45
attack.
cents, because I've been a little low on money lately.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Bottom tower
So it
has
costs
fallen.
45 cents. It's not the... I don't know.
One featuring Nickelback and 50 cents.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So I had some of that in my head. I couldn't think of the Nickelback part. All right. Do you look these up, or is this like in the Rolodex that you've got going on in your mind?
I looked them up a while ago, but I memorized most of them now.
Dire's top
Mid-action,
tower has fallen.
Ball's doing a lot of damage.
Radiant's bottom
Careful,
tower
Lucian.
is under attack.
Kakai over to the side. He's spotted by a Plague Ward, so they know where the Lion is. If he's able to make a way or a movement in to potentially get a stun into a Hex, they could
Dire's
have
top
fought there,
tower
but they
is under
decide
attack.
to just back off. It's only a 1k lead here, a 1k gold lead here for Secret, and it was kind of close between the IO and the Alchemist. Alchemist starting to get some space and
Radiant's
really
bottom tower is
pull
under
away
attack.
from the rest of the pack.
Yeah, but I've seen this so many times when Alchemist, has a somewhat slow start, but then he's just unchecked for about 4 or 5 minutes. Suddenly, 50k net worth. Saint Joshua online, and the enemy carry is just trailing behind really far. And I'm a little bit scared. This game might be a similar scenario because they're not trying to invade the triangle of Secret at all.
They haven't just yet. You'd
As I
like
say
to
that,
expect
though.
that they will.
He has been unsmoked. Alchemist popped ult as well. I don't think they have
Radiant's
damage to
bottom
kill him.
tower is under attack.
They know they don't.
Especially now with the Crystal Maiden there, they need to back off. The Yapzor is actually cutting off the path. Kaka needs to be careful. Go for
Just
the
to
TP.
be out.
Spotted
Not
him. Snowball stopping the TP. Walrus punch is
Radiant's
there,
middle
and they'll
tower
get
is
the kill on
under attack.
Akaka. Well done by Secret to cut him off the pass. Meanwhile, mid, in over to try and get a kill here on the Emo. He's forced to tether away, and he's
the
going to
creep.
lose that hell there.
That's
Radiant's
a lot of
bottom
gold for the
tower
Alchemist
is under
there as well.
attack.
Oh, Io just relocating back to heal up mana and health. because
Invisibility.
Why not? And he finishes Agon Scepter already.
Secret. Yeah, and I'm wondering if that's going to be enough to really turn this around. He's really getting into a bad spot. He's going to tether over onto the Abaddon. He'll use that ult to his side, pull him back with the X as well as the boat coming through. Torrent lands in Evo in trouble. He's getting quite low. Get the gun to Evo. Ursa's in on this, but it's not looking good for Flyby. They get the kill to Bumpy. It's ending up a 1-for-1. Just a 1-for-1 for now. The Secret, they might get another one on Ollie as he tries to run away from the side, who ends up getting hit with the first spike. I just turn this around and they roll with a finger. So Kaka getting that kill tonight. Secret getting a little bit too deep, and they've got the shackle to follow it up. But Tumbleman, that a little bit too far, and now here comes Wi-Fi, but they go the other direction. Stun out for Kaka, landing on a 2. Yapzor has got Batu to follow. IG, that fight did not look like it was theirs to take, and all of a sudden, well, they come out ahead.
It looks so bad with the IO, just randomly relocating out. All 5 fears of Secret are there, killing him immediately, and then somehow win that fight 4v5. I mean, it also helped that IO picked up the Agon Scepter just before and hit everybody with about 15 balls. But yeah, I did not expect him to win that fight. Couple of mistakes here from Secret at the end there.
A couple of mistakes for sure for Secret. One of the things I really want to note too is the fact that Kaka, he's really starting to find his form the later we've gone in this tournament. They've given him some of his comfort heroes like the Shadow Shaman, as well as the Lion and the Phoenix, and he's certainly felt like a much bigger presence since then. I mean, that double Earth Spike there, his stunts have been on point. He's really doing a good job so far on this Lion. He actually leads all supports in terms of net worth too. Going forward, there's the X as well as the Shackle Shot that lands to the tree. And followed it up with an Earth Spike, but back with the X, so he'll be okay. They'll take up the tier 1 tower mid, and IG, 16 minutes into the game, in an out game, they have a little bit of a net worth lead, and of course, as I finish that sentence, he jumps the other way.
Might be selective memory here, but I don't remember Kaka being on another hero than Shadow Shaman and Lion for like the past, I don't know, 10 games or so. Am I wrong there, or?
He's really performing quite well. He's definitely played Phoenix.
He has, hasn't he? Yeah, so it must be a case of selective memory. Just like when I cry about not getting my runes. All selective memory, guys. Life is not actually that bad. Fields, good man. Gotta be positive. Always gotta be positive.
PMA. Works in your clubs and it works in your life. Attitude. Miles in the chat.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah.
So you see that the Alk has the top of the network. That's great. Alk, that's fine. The spread though doesn't feel that good. And then you look at what's next. It's 3 heroes on the side of IG.
Smoke into Roshan.
They're sharing the map pretty well.
With Ranger making space down here, probably gonna
try to fight the Alk. Hit by that snowball coming in. They get the kill to JT. They look over at Ollie. Fortunate that he gets caught out. Well, not gonna land. Ollie's still able to run away. That leaves the Aegis available for IG to take. So JT sacrifices himself, but that's an Aegis for IG.
Pretty advanced play. I mean, it was all okay because obviously, like, best case scenario he was trying to TP out is that he gets out, of course, but it was a well worth sacrifice. Like, that Roshan, that Aegis can easily go into the hands of Secret 2. They managed to win a team fight. So, good job.
Your admiral is on
Well done
board.
by them. They have 1 Heaven's Halberd, almost 2 Heaven's Halberds up. It's gonna make it quite tough for the Ursa to really take these team fights until he gets his BKB.
Right, and I was going to ask about that. Do you think it, like, obviously it's worth it to have both Heaven's Halberds in terms of countering this Ursa, but do you want your Alk building into the Heaven's Halberd? Would you have rather him use that arm for something
Your admiral
else?
is on board.
It's gonna be a tough call. Like, they are gonna have a very strong mid-game timing because of those Heaven's Halberds, but if that doesn't pay off, then their like late-game timings will come quite a bit later, unfortunately. And it's not going to be easy to fight with this IO at all. Like, he is very strong at this point. He's an Aegis on a good pace to his BKB. It's going to be a big problem.
Dagger looking for the right positioning. Get in there, find a good...
They're just waiting for the BKBs right now. BKB on Windrunner. Ranger, 200 gold away. Emo still needs about 1500 for his. But he's happy to fight regardless, I'd say. Because he has 1900 health, Isn't Aegis.
Radiant are
Boot.
scanning.
He's ready to fight.
Is on board.
Wind Ranger.
Radiant's
Now he's ready to
bottom
fight too.
tower is under
15-2.
attack.
Oh, Nisha.
Oh, chased and just won't catch him. JT, he's looking MKB.
Your admiral is on board.
JT can all of a sudden become that big damage dealer from the side that I don't know if Secret are going to be expecting all too much. His farm game has been pretty on point. He's keeping up with Nisha at the moment.
That's why Ursa is going for the non-greedy route, because they have two cores, namely Io and Wind Ranger, that are pretty greedy themselves. But that's why I said I like the adjustment of that Ursa.
Yeah, they really haven't had anybody really take over the map too much in terms of like, you've got nowhere else to farm if you're the other cores. Sometimes you see that, especially with like an Alchemist, where he'll take over the entirety of the map, farm, he'll be at the top, but the rest of the team really doesn't get much of the map at all, where I see right now they're picking up pretty well. They land the Shackle, they're going to follow it up with the stun as well as the finger. They've got the Hex onto Nisha, he's in trouble, Snowball saved, and he's going to be enough to keep this Kunka alive. It's not looking likely, they'll get the gun on Nisha, they'll come bring After, and Tusk is not long for this world. They have a Snowball to save himself this time, and it's 2 heroes down to the side of Secret.
Yeah. Yep. Pretty easy setup here. Good Shackle by JT, followed up by Hex. And that is just why Lion is such a deadly hero. Like, he disables the hero for so long. 2.6 seconds on the Earth Spike and 3.5 seconds on the Hex. Gives all your cores so much time to lay in the pain.
I don't think he got the finger stack on that though, but the damage being done by Kaka when they're going after these heroes is, yeah, it's only still 2. Could have been 3 there, but a good save. It just wasn't enough from Zor to Kunkka alive.
And now this game is going to get really scary. 2 BKB timings up on JT, on Io.
They find Ollie. Just try to stay alive, borrow time, taking up as much
Run the other way.
time as he can. All they need to do there, but build some space.
Or like getting volleyed. Oh man, I stop making myself laugh.
Both coming in, they're going to try and get a kill here on Emo. He's all by himself for the moment, just trying to maybe use that Aegis and get this team Secret as quickly on him as possible to turn this around with the help of reinforcements. They've done just that to get a kill on Azai. Yeah, they've used that Aegis, but there wasn't much time left on it anyway. They're going to relocate right into a turret. They don't get anything out of this just yet. Tusk as well as Nisha are going to back off. Puppy, Earth Spike got landed. They stop the TP. Well done by Kaka. They'll get themselves a second. Kaka on fire right now. JT with the double kill. He's got a killing spree. I was pumping me up, dude. All right. BKB. Nobody saw that. Close your eyes, avert your attention from the screen in front of you.
Radiant's
You have
bottom
not
tower
seen
is under attack.
10-second BKB accidentally get used.
Eyes don't exist when these mistakes happen. Wait, who was it that used the BKB? JT? Well, we all know about the infamous Chinese BKB. Just gotta make sure it works.
Radiant's bottom tower
Oh,
is
now he
under
knows it
attack.
does. It does, yes. He shines golden.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Able to pick up the Alchemist here. Balls, but they don't slow
Spirit
anymore.
touches.
So.
BKB.
What's up, B-Cup? How can I help you? You look a bit flustered.
I'm flustered. I'm stressed. That BKB usage just, it really, I'm not even playing and that kind of hit me in the gut.
Okay, it's already back off cooldown.
Feeling.
Just lost 1 second.
Yeah.
1 second is 1 second.
No, BKB starts with 9 seconds. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know.
This
For
is
me,
how it
says
came.
10.
It was
but
used.
Maybe your game is a bit broken. I'm not sure. Are you trying to defend him, B-Cup? Huh? What are you trying to do?
Dire's
I am
top tower
definitely-
is under attack.
I'm trying to defend that. That is...
That just happens, you know, sometimes. You get too excited, you try to switch item slots, and then it just happens.
Yeah.
Your admiral is on board.
Forward there, here's Spike. Two of these heroes. Nisha gets stunned on the back of this. They use the snowball to save this Alchemist. With the BKB pop by Emo, they're gonna go after this Ursa. Ballers punt. Jazzy's in range. They'll get the gun to Yapsor, trying to get a stun out. Maybe turn this around. They use the buyback on Tusk. They jump in, relocate though. send them away. Top the end
JT.
onto JT. They'll get the kill with the freezing field. Puppy, he gets credit for that one.
He went all in on the elk. Only brought him down to half. Good snowball save here by Yapso. Then after that, Chemical Rage is popped. He just goes back to full. It's very similar to like a Timbersaw or something like that. You go all in on a hero like that, you don't kill him, the fight is pretty much lost.
Radiant's
They
top
end up
tower
having
is
to
under
expend the
attack.
buyback on Tusk at least, so it's a small victory for them, but they do lose an important Wind Ranger.
And it was, you know, he does use the buyback of the Tusk, but he ends up saving his Alk, which is the most important part. That snowball save, now you're starting to feel the ability of that snowball save where, yeah, they can keep up with it before and they can get that kill. Earlier in the game, they're
Radiant
not so
are
fortunate,
scanning.
and that snowball save was enough to Alk alive.
Yeah, but Yapso is fought really far behind in terms of net worth. 1700 gold away from a blink. He went for the Falcon Blade.
Got it.
Yeah, he's having less net worth than the enemy +5, which is a little bit concerning because you're kind of the guy that's supposed to initiate with the Blink Dagger.
Not gonna happen for a long time.
The closing
The
in
best
on an
feeling.
MKB. So a lot of damage potential coming out here. Alchemist?
Matumba Man, he's spotted, but I think go the other way with this. It doesn't look likely that IG want to exactly make the jump. I'm not sure they have vision. Know if anybody's behind him. Well, they can't make that jump just yet.
Yeah, he's a little bit too tanky, sitting at 2.7k health. Once that Chemical Rage is popped, health region will go up to like 150. Way too scary to fight into. Fly, almost done with his BKB. 300 gold away from it. That's the go time for IG. Roshan will also spawn 30 seconds, so that's going to be perfect timing for IG to take a fight, potentially take a Roshan.
Next fight going to be, you know, the victor taking Roche, which can certainly change the perception of this game. Right now, I know that you've got Alk at the top and net worth for Secret, but IG, I would say, feel a little bit more in control of this one. Not by a lot. I would say it's probably like 55-45 at the moment in terms of favoring IG. We'll see how they fight this, and oh, wow, I'm paying
City time.
82-18.
Dire
Yep,
are
Io,
scanning.
level 20,
Percentages?
plus Kaya Sage. That's gonna be a ton of damage coming out from those balls. Like, they were tiny balls before, but now they're huge balls, and they're gonna really hurt.
Smoke, let's see if they can make something of this. Like you said, next fight winner is going to be the one getting Roche. Zai spotted, there's the Hex with the Earth Spike. They can spread this around, maybe with the load. That'll hit onto the Ursa. Alchemist going in, but 4-step onto the low ground, so Fly is safe for now. The Compliment still trying to go in, looks over at Emo. He pops the BKB, the Shackle's not going to connect to a tree. Power shot over is a big whiff. BKB not available on Emo, though. I'm not sure that they can go for Roche, and they bought back on Zai anyway. So Secret know the importance of this Roche, and knowing that it's probably IG's game plan, they're going to stick nearby.
Yeah, it's just too much HP on the IG side. I don't know where the damage is going to come from. I don't think Alchemist has enough damage to take them down. He's only hitting for 200, but he's sitting at what? 2.7k health on the Ursa. He has Enrage. Io sitting at 2.7k. He also has a lot of health region. It's going to be so tough for them. Anyone of IG. So much save coming from the Abaddon, from the Io, so much sustain. And they're moving into the Roche pit? Really? That's so risky.
This is a risky play that I think they feel that they need. Power shot already spots it, so the question is, do they want to stick with this? They're relocating.
Are you relocating?
Aren't going to block this. So we're on the Earth, so they're going to look over the Tumba Man. They're going to go forward with this one. Kaka throws the sun out onto the Crystal Maiden. They've done a lot of damage on Ali. Silence up. He used that Essence Ring. Snowball onto the high ground, chasing over after Kaka. They got the stun to get the kill. They'll take out one. The freezing field on the other side of the fight is Fly focuses his attention on Yasuo. He used that Warrior's Punch to put him up in the air. It's not going to be enough to save himself. So 1-for-1 so far. Zai right into the hands of
Also no buybacks.
back in the previous engagement. So now 75 seconds without this Venomancer. They'll look over at Puppy. Will root up his Ursa for a moment, but it's not looking likely that Puppy survives. He'll fall to Emo. That's 3 dead on Secret. IG step in a Roche now.
And they kill him. They're only gonna get more tanky, and the damage output is not gonna get a lot higher. That's not gonna scale very well. He goes Venom. It's all on the Alchemist, and he just doesn't have the damage by himself to kill all these heroes. Like, good job, you killed a lion, but that's all you got. You bought back, and then what? How do you kill any of these cores?
Dire's middle
Yeah, I'll
tower
be
is
taking and
under
soaking
attack.
up a lot of that damage, and this is
Radiant
really,
are
I would say, even just a bit of
Radiant's
a
top
high
tower
IQ
is
play there
under
from
attack.
Kaka to get into the high ground and draw
Radiant
the Tumba Man as well as the
structures
Yapsor away from the fight, whether they like it or not. You see IG take advantage of that, getting the kill into Yapsor. They don't find the Tumba Man, but they find Zai and they get themselves a third
Radiant's top
puppy.
tower has fallen.
And we said the fight secures Roche, and that's exactly what it did. They've got themselves Aegis and Cheese.
Alright, just look at the gold difference. It only says 2,000, which is already pretty good against an Alchemist. But it feels like 10, 15k at this point, simply because
Right.
I don't know how they kill them. I really don't. I don't know where their damage is gonna come from. They can't just magically make it appear. Maybe the Swift Blink is gonna change something. But this Venomancer is just dying fight after fight. He bought back, died back. Same with Yapsor. Yeah.
Highlight of the game for him. He hasn't really done much since then. And
Sweet.
I'm not really sure what I expect him to do from this point on, and that's unfortunate. He's going for a halberd. They're trying to continue to disarm this Ursa as much as they can, but
Radiant's top tower
Just not
is
enough.
under attack.
Makes you wonder, is he really the problem? Because it really feels like this Io and this Wind Ranger are causing just as many problems, if not more. Ursa is a pretty damn good distraction, and so is Lion. Like, they have to choose
Radiant's
between
top tower
the targets,
has
and they
fallen.
just, you know, maybe they can kill one guy, but there's still 3 more to worry about.
turning into a 4K lead, and looking for that heart.
Oh, man. Once that heart is
for that
online,
25 as quickly as he can.
oh, that's just going to be a permanent 200 health region on the target he's tethered to and himself. Absolutely disgusting. I don't think there's many more power spikes in Dota than this hard on IO, or many stronger power spikes, I'd say. Like, this is one ridiculous one.
And he's almost got it, so it's really going to be a point where Secret are probably backs to the wall.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
This challenge done.
But if this is going to be thrown at Ollie, is going to be enough. They've got heroes nearby where maybe IG can come over. They've got a 4-staff available, so he's not even dead.
Just popped the time, relocate out as well. So at least that was used, but they didn't really get much from it. However,
Verging over mid. They do have vision of this. X looking for the stun, going after the Ursa. The first hit bash, but he's got the X. He's okay for now.
premature BKB though.
Finds Zai, and there's the Missile Blade being used onto the Venomancer. He'll use that ult, throw a Venomous Scale, but that doesn't land. So
Good charge also.
BKB no longer available for the Ursa. I think that's okay for Secret.
Yeah, he was he was full health there. I don't know why he was so itchy. Call it itchy on the Ursa. Instant BKB, and then he felt very obliged to run in.
Maybe not seeing the X. Thought BKB, I turn, I kill him.
Possibly, but there was a Baron right next to him. Gotta lay off that finger for a little bit. Only mechanic, you're very tanky, you got an Iron and TV, you have a cheese. You can't get permanently stunned.
Invisibility.
Aegis.
Sio moves. They're
1
starting
minute
to take
left.
over the triangle. Since you said it, taking over the triangle and a big part of Secret's side of the map.
590 movement speed on Io, by the way, with no boots. Sounds good. Well, 530 right now, because it's no slow, of course, but it's just kind of ridiculous that you can break the movement speed cap with no boots.
Step lively now.
Slow
Your admiral is on board.
quotation. Even at 530.
That's when the nitro runs
Just
out of it.
ridiculous.
Now you got the... that's it. Throttled a little bit.
Overread.
Yeah.
Go for the mid-tier 2, and not sure there's much Secret can do to hold this tier 2 tower. They might have to be willing to give it up.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Tough if they want to initiate on this.
Feels like as though Secret, all they can do is just watch them take the tower. Io occasionally
Radiant's
I
coming
think
in.
they might be waiting for the Aegis timing.
This now.
Right now, they're going to make the jump on the timing, but they don't go after the Io, they go after the Ursa. They've got the silence.
BKB popped it out.
No story. That's coming through onto Emo, who popped the BKB. Ollie coming in with the borrow time. He's up into the air with the wall punch being used by Yapzor, and they've used that ult on side. He's taking so much damage. He ends up dead, dominating here for Flyfly. They'll go after Nisha as well as Yapzor. They're going to try and cut off this hunk in the pass. Good shards to walk out for a second. The IO through, and Nisha's in trouble. Losing field, right for the IO, but he's nowhere near dead. He's going to eat that cheese. He'll stay alive. Puppy's gone, and Nisha soon to follow. They're right on top of these heroes in a split up fight. The Alchemist has to take you back to the base. Puppy, he buys back, and well, this is an Urza in pretty far. They still get to kill the Yapzor. They look over at Puppy, who just fought back. He's picked up by Kaka. They're still looking over at Nisha, who got back to the base. The damage on the JT. They get the kill to the Windrunner, and they'll take him out. It's just one dead on IG, though. They'll look over at Emo, who's still postured quite forward and will tether away from the base. IG still making Secret suffer with no answers.
Yeah, at least they got JT. It cost them a buyback. But, you know, at least they got out, like, unscathed, I would say. Mostly. They could have gone a lot worse for them. JT getting a little bit overexcited. Diving into T4 towers.
That's looking for a stun. Matu?
Maybe popped again.
Okay, BKB to try and jump forward and throw a stun. He doesn't cross the river, and now Puppy's dead. He bought back. He's gone for 70.
Yeah. Luckily, Roshan nowhere near respawn yet. Zion probably as well.
Oh, Zion.
Good torrent. And this HP region on Earth
He's just
so
skating away.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Redicate top. Yes, Blink Dagger up in one.
Oh, they're looking for Matamba Man. Experience the Abyssal.
Oh, Abyssal was cooldown.
Abyssal was on cooldown. Oh. He was close enough. That would have been...
It was all planned by Puppy. He knew that they were going to relocate top and he would get out because of it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Really close, and they go back to the tier 2 tower. I mean, we saw the idea that Secret wanted to go once
Radiant's
the Aegis
middle
expired,
tower
but
is
they're just... Only 9k, like you said, that number is not right. It feels like maybe closer to 15, 20.
Sorry, B-Cup. I need a moment of silence for Secret here. Game is officially over. IO reached level 25. Whew.
Press F to pay your respects.
Yeah, so what are you looking forward to in game 2 then?
This one's not over, you know? It's not over until the throne falls. I always keep my hopes up, whether it's 0% on Dota Plus or not, which it's 7%. My percentages are still not hitting. So they got 7% chance. Lucky number 7. Could happen. We can find themselves Ollie, but there's the tackle ending up. He's being popped here by the Windrunner. They got the snowball, but it's not going to be enough to save this out. He's on the run. The guards are, though, so he walks away. They'll use that open. They've got the finger. They get the kill on the side. That was over at Yapzor, who's hit by those shackles, connected to the tree, and connected with Zai in death. Both those heroes die, and IG come out again.
Yes, B-Cup. Alchemist gets out on 100 health, but guess what? If you're only damage dealer, because he's on 100 health, you have no more damage dealers to deal damage. Wow.
Yep.
Giga brain. And it's just so difficult to fight back against these tanky heroes now. Almost MKB finished on IO, who, by the way, why not, can hit while he's stunned when his headed ally hits another hero. Why is that a thing? It shouldn't be.
Absolutely balanced.
But it is.
There it is.
Balls of steel.
Getting the last beast bomb. We'll have it all ready to go.
Yeah, look at that damage now when that MKB is delivered. He's actually gonna hit for 350 damage. Plus MKB procs. And Ursa with overpower, he's gonna hit like 6 times a second. And then Io's gonna hit like 6 times a second because of overcharge. And then he's gonna hit 6 more times because of Ursa hitting 6 times. That's 18 hits per second.
It's a lot of times to hit per second.
Yeah, look at the Roshan now. Header him. Yeah, show me that goal. Look. It looks so ridiculous.
Hoping I get a little bit more on the attack sounds, but and they come in and get themselves the Roche. Refresher shard on the Ursa. As well as having that Aegis on the AO and the cheese.
Now, I just look to close of this game.
Looking for the Veno. Ooh, they're looking for the Veno, but they might even find time more. They've got the Invisible Blade. They're going to kill his eye. He's going to be dead for 50 seconds. The damage is just so much. He's going to lose. Aka blitz forward. He's got the Hex. They're going to look over as the finger hits on him. But Man, he's trying to run away with the BKB. Can he get up the stairs? Can he get away? It's not looking likely. It's going all the way in is JT, who's gotten too far. Don't know. Man still surviving. The Torrent will land. They get the kill into the Windrunner there. Eno would have been too deep there on the Windrunner, who ends up dead for 83 seconds of buyback. But the Ursa has been disarmed again. He can't right click and he can't do any damage, so they'll get the out the way. IG stepping forward pretty far.
Look at the health region.
X, so pull back fly, but it's not going to be enough. They've got the Abyss Blade. And look at the damage coming in from Emo. He's attacking the center target. And they've got to go to Yasuo. They'll get themselves the toss. Down goes Nisha. And it's just so much damage so quickly. He'll stun himself in the base. Are they going to dive? They were thinking about it. They turned in for a second, but they're taken by the X as well. The Torrent, they'll look and turn this around. Look at the top by side. It's not going to be enough to get the kill on a Bazumba Man. They'll take him out and still buy back. Nisha now looking to chase his Emo and Flyboy try to leave the base. The stun, the stun on Emo. He might not lose the Aegis, but this is only the first life that's taken out of the Io's hand. X coming out from Taka, that's right on top of Bazumba Man, who just fought back.
Oh, Viper got his out.
He's down real low. Into the base. The right click's coming through to Nisha. He's mashed up, killed off, and gone. Taka, as well as the win on those JT, they're just not buying back because they're not needed at the moment. Emo, though, he's got the tether. He'll eat the cheese. He's back up to health. And now looking over at Zai with the right clicks coming in. He's got like Emo not getting stopped in this game. And IG are looking like they're on their way to taking game one. Here comes the snowball coming up from Yapzor. What if the Walrus punch? It's still just not enough damage. You
Where's
can't
the
kill
damage?
this ball of energy. They've thrown the stun over at the fly, but they have nothing to follow it up. Lincoln just stands here ready to trade. They've got Abyssal Blade ready in just a second, so let's see who they go after. It's looking like they want Yapzor, who's going over to the top side of the base, but the spear is coming through. The snowball will be over at Emo. You can side seal to get rid of your
The damage from the Alchemist!
Emo. Yapzor goes down, Bazumba Man gone, and game one goes the way of IG. Secret drop, Emo. Obliterate.
After the I think it's time to never ever give a core IO away again. Like this game showcased perfectly how absolutely ridiculous it actually is. Did you see that damage output at the end? What happened? Like everyone just disappeared.
Swagger, as that was just a complete domination of Secret, which has not really been seen all too often. IG now with a 1-0 lead. We need this broken down, guys. Panel, take it away, please.
Thank you very much. I think we kind of already broke it down before the game even started.
What do you need broken down, B-Cup?
It was okay. Starting from the beginning, we said if Secret has a good shot this game, it is because Alchemist is gonna hit his Alchemist timings, and that's where we're gonna start, because they did try to set up the Alchemist for success. Parker.
They tried. They did that kind of Alchemist trialing with Tusk thing we've seen here and there. It gives Alchemist a good start, but it didn't really get him far enough ahead, I guess. I think even if Secret were further ahead, I don't know if it actually changed. You know, we have this saying, it's like, when it's an Alchemist game, it's an Alchemist game. This was
When
not
it's a
really
core
an
IO game, it's a core IO
No,
game.
When it's a core IO game, oh wait, it's always a core IO game. That's what
That's right.
That's what the core IO
That's
saying
right.
is.
That's the manifesto that I'm going for here. And even Emo, like, there was clearly some unfamiliarity on the hero. He was not like tethering up and down cliffs the way seasoned IOs do. I think Dream, to me, was the one that set the gold standard. AS Monaco Gambit's Dream. He was doing these things like he would backpack his Aghanim Scepter, so all the spirits could explode whenever he was clearing creep waves, so he didn't have to sit there and watch them circle around. And it just didn't matter. Like I said, once you get the heart, it's the point of no return. And they tried their damnedest. There were some conceptual things that I liked. Like the Crystal Maiden, I respected for the fact that Frostbite against the dominated creep was kind of irritating for IO on a few occasions. And Kunkka, if it was a support IO, it would have ended up being like to X relocate, or to X marks the spot anyone who's being relocated. So I saw some glimpses, but it doesn't matter because it's core IO.
Yeah, let's say when you're describing things as kind of irritating, kind of annoying, let me tell you, core IO doesn't care about something that's kind of annoying. It's like, I'm still a core IO, you know. I don't think we're seeing that core IO again.
No, I don't think so either, and it's unfortunate for Team Secret that they were willing to try it out, but hey, now they know. Now we know as well that IG can play in core.
It was a great bait too, because in the series against Thunder Predator, they picked it game 1 as support loss, and then the hero went ignored. They're basically saying, we don't play core IO, guys. The long con. They throw a game with it, they pick it as support, and then Secret's like, oh, we have that best. Let's use the data we have. They don't play IO.
I unironically think that's actually a big deal.
If IO had remained banned game 2 and game 3, there, I think Secret would have maybe disbanded it. But they showed they were not willing to pick it.
I'm not sure if I'm agreeing
this
with
is
the MVP
100% deserved, Seaver. Let me tell you what. He
No.
was willing to sacrifice his being a mid player. He said, I'm going to play IO very poorly to get us a win. That's what Evo said. That is why he's the MVP.
Yeah, you see these Storm Spirits, you see these TAs, you think those types of players want to play IO?
You know, he said he did what needs to be done. He didn't play the hero well, but he played the hero.
That's okay. That's a fair point. Before the series started, we talked a little bit about how Team Secret, the way that they looked off was on the drafting side, including for IO being a little bit better. We also pointed out that in terms of performance, we were a little critical of both Nisha on the side of Team Secret and Kaka on the side of IG, and I wanted to give the MVP to Kaka because he played that line really well.
There were multiple moments. He got like a 17-minute dagger, which is insane. He was rotating. He abandoned the tri-lane, but it wasn't like a big. He does deserve it. Yeah. So he left the tri-lane. He wanted to go gank Kunkka mid like a few times. I was doing fine in the tri-lane, and then there was some sick earth spikes that definitely allowed them to stay in the
multi-hero
game.
Earth Spikes into Snowball is... if you're not hitting multi-hero Earth Spike... But that was a great pick, too. Picking Lion, we've seen it a few times against the Tusk. The idea is, that Snowball save sometimes gets turned around on you because it sets up those multi-hero stunts, which Kaka did a great job nailing.
While we're being critical of Kaka, I think Nisha on the Kunkka, I felt like it was a very difficult game to judge him, though. Because we said... He has overall last pick, so he should be set up for success. But then it's Kunkka versus Ursa mid, and you're still a Kunkka.
Yeah, who said they had to do that, though? It was overall last pick, and at that point, we were pretty confident that it was core IO, right? Yeah, right?
No, by last pick,
for
they picked Abaddon, so it was like IO Abaddon.
Right, exactly.
We weren't sure if it was going to be Ursa or Wind Ranger mid, because I think if he knew it was Ursa mid, he could have gone for one of his flashier picks to win the game, like a mid Morphling, like a Nisha Morphling. I feel like
that would have been
been amazing. Would have been greedy, but I don't mind greedy. You're playing against core IO. It's not like this super fast-paced hero that doesn't give you time to farm. So I think something like that could have worked, and that's what I want to see Nisha in game 2 is something that can have more impact, carry the game.
I just hope that the whole squad is able to put that game behind them and it's like, okay, you know what? We're banning out IO in the next game and we're going to start anew, and hopefully they'll have more success with that. But I just hope it was going to be a close game because when you see IG play to their full potential and Team Secret play to their full potential, that's when we are the true winners because we get to watch all of that. And if you want to be more than just a true winner, like a winner of actual, for example, loot, you can hunt for treasure. oneesports.gg / a major hunt. That's where you need to go to, and you can join the hunt and win loads of loot from our sponsors. And let me tell you something. Loot is pretty great. I am a recipient of the treasure, and it's definitely recommended to hunt for that. And you should be able to do that. I think you'll be good. I think you can do it, and I think you can do it right now because we're heading to a break. Perfect time to hunt some treasure. We'll see you after the break.
The same qualities it takes to be a world champion is the same qualities it requires to be a champion in esports. The belt for us signifies and pays homage to where we come from. One Esports is part of the One family, and we got our start in martial arts, and so we think having the teams go after a belt and raising that belt when they win, we think is massively appropriate.
And I start designing this belt I start to think about what it represents, possibility that it provides to experience something out of this world.
这种感觉就是特别的另类吧，做出来那种非常令人眼前一亮啊，感觉就像那种搏击比赛那种冠军腰带，非常的鼓舞人心吧，那种拿着冠军。
When champions lifted the belt that I designed, I always feel that I'm part of the celebration and in some degree part of their success.
That's RTC, Abu Dhabi, Tonil, and Dogo, and
Kayasen!
What's up? Dude, we're such huge fans! Where did you get that skin? Whoa!
JBL presents The Sounds of Victory. JBL Quantum Gaming Headsets.
Okay, all right.
Đôi khi mình chỉ cần một ai đó lắng nghe. Tinder đã giúp mình tìm được những người bạn thú vị để sẻ chia. Giờ đây, ngày mới của mình tràn đầy những trải nghiệm mới mẻ cùng những người bạn đến từ Tinder. Tinder, thêm bạn, thêm trải nghiệm.
Pressure, rising on the edge of taking everything. Life is a game I'm born to win it. See me burning through the atmosphere. I'm born to win. Your life is a game and I'm born to win. I'm born to win.
2 years ago, IG, with this only slightly different roster, was trying to make their way to TI9, and they were not able to do so. They came fourth, and that is like one slot lower than you should be to make it to TI from the Chinese region. And ever since, they've been rebuilding, they got this squad together, and then last year they actually started looking really hot. They looked really good at the Chengdu Major. They came third, and then they came sixth in Leipzig. But with those two major performances, already kind of securing themselves a slot for TI, and then COVID hit, and it didn't happen. And they need to start all over again. But they are making such a great start here at the first major of this season, and it's good to see them do well, Tsunami.
Man, you started that whole thing off with 2 years ago, and I was just like, oh, I know where she's going with this. You know what was a big hero 2 years ago? It was Core IO.
Yeah,
it was Core IO. You know, I'm just saying. TI9. You know, no one has quite hit Ana's standard yet, and you'd think after that people would have learned, but Evidently not.
Evidently not. We'll see if Team Secret bans it this time around. I'm going to hope they do. We'll also see, because I would imagine, Gods, that it's going to be flipped. Maybe that Team Secret gets first pick, and therefore we'll see if IG lets it go through, because we have not yet seen Team Secret play it.
And everyone's banded against them because nobody knows, there's no data on them, and you kind of got to assume that a team like Secret, with the players they have, can play it. Matu always a guy who's willing to play whatever's needed for the team, and Nisha a guy who's incredibly talented and plays every hero, it feels like. So
and otherwise you can always give it to Zai.
True.
Yeah, or even Puppy. Like, Secret is the one team that I'm willing to say you may be able to win with support IO. Because it's not bad, it's just never as good as the core IO.
Okay.
But also, it's pretty bad.
Yeah. We've seen a lot of people say that Team Secret seems to be in TI form, which is not necessarily a compliment when it comes to Team Secret. But I will tell you that if they get eliminated here, and I want to point out, IG is 1 game up against Team Secret. If they get eliminated here, that is
Five seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Team Secret's turn to ban.
Ataque aqui! Ataque aqui! Ataque aqui! Ataque aqui!
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Team Secret's turn to ban.
people want to see him play something that he can kind of go off and do some stylish plays on whatever it may be. See him in that mid lane. See him up against Nisha. Like, Nisha versus Emo was kind of the story of this series for me, and game 1 we didn't
10
get
seconds remaining.
Oh, and now we're going to find out how stubborn. Oh, thank you.
I was late. I'll be honest, Gods, I was not listening to a word you said. I was just seeing the clock tick down. I'm like, please, don't do this to me.
It took longer than be played by base.
flamethrowers, and then the melee.
Yeah, that's actually, yeah, I would have never been like, oh, you know, Earthstar, you really got to ban that out against RG.
Beastmaster coming out was the win hero in the series we saw before this one. By the way, ET has got a 75 win rate with 25 games played here at the major, and I want to throw a fun stat at you guys.
Hit me.
10 seconds
so
remaining.
Over all the regions, there are 4 regions that are really
5
liking the Radiant side.
remaining.
EU, CSA all prefer Radiant, and the win rate of Radiant is all above 50%, above 52%
For
of all the
the
regions.
whole tournament.
The whole league.
Oh, DPC season,
including
okay.
lower division. This is lower division.
Turn to ban.
And it is before the major starters because I did the research.
Okay.
That was only true for those 4 regions. SEA and China. It's in China. It's even as bad. Radiant win percentage 45%. Really low. Especially compared to the rest. We always talk about the Dire being the economy side, and the Radiant side being maybe the fighting side.
The Roche advantage
side, sure. So I thought that was interesting, considering we're seeing the teams go for the exact order. We have got Team Secret again with the second pick and Radiant. Same for Dire. Yeah, that was sad, I would say. For EU, the message we're talking about, EU win was actually one of the more high. It was 57% win rate compared to
protecting the egg, ban out the Mirana, ban out the Juggernaut.
I mean, already having Beastmaster at least gives you the attack speed aura.
Yeah.
And I think this is something that, I mean, EG, every time they were on Radiant, they prioritize Beastmaster higher, because I think having that map control and ability to push lanes quickly is more important on Radiant because of that Roche control, because of the fact you want to fight and take over your enemy's jungle more. So I think it's a very clear decision with Secret that when they're Radiant, they're picking this beat the same way we saw.
It's one of the first times that they don't prioritize the Absol's hero, I feel. No, obviously ban can go anywhere. But normally we see, either Toss or
Team
Spirit or what else is playing. I mean, Mirana normally comes out late. But yeah.
Clockwork.
Yeah. It's unusual, but at the same time, his heroes other than Mirana are not getting banned, so he's got...
Where's his Rubik hat, though? That's what I want to know.
Where's any Rubik hat? We only had like a handful. And Rubik, traditionally, the hero that if you're doing your predictions for TI, you can always pick Rubik as your most picked hero because it's always a good hero, or at least it was, but not here.
In all competitive Dota 2 history, Rubik has like a 4,000 game, or it's some obscene number more than second place.
That is crazy.
Second place is like Bad Rider, I think.
And Rubik hasn't even always been in the game.
Yeah, I know. That's the other thing. He was introduced relatively late.
Why is it not so popular here? Is it because his lack of rotation potential?
I have no idea, actually.
Because we're seeing Lion and Shaman, and Rubik falls into that category, of course, where it's that range laning support. I guess
pick it against Lion Shamans.
And we talk about like the insta hex. Telekinesis is an insta disable as well in its own way. So I think a lot of it is some of the other heroes being picked against it, that the spell feels less value is really highly prioritized when Shake was the top 4 position at the start of the DPC leagues. So Shake falling off meant Rubik kind of fell off as well.
Speaking of Shaman, by the way, here it is. First Shaman, 14 Secret, the mage.
A lot of push from Secret. They can start to engineer something about ending this game pretty quick. Full Warlord is banned out. But still very well do the core of that.
If you were to make a Roche level 1 lineup,
you need Prophet, and I think you need Urza.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't.
I mean, there are different ways to do it. The quickest way, I think, is with generally those 2 heroes and a lot of salves.
And it's not,
it's not fine.
I throw kill. A few too many tweets. I think Seth being one of the big advocates, level 1 Roche, a bit cheesy, didn't want to end Dota, but it's gone.
I never felt like it gave that big of an advantage to begin with, though. I would usually see carries like up to Aegis and use it as like a salve.
Well, it was the levels. The goal.
Oh,
the
that's
XP.
true.
You could get 2 heroes level 4.
Yeah.
If you backed off and gave all the XP to 2 heroes, they were both level 4.
That's right.
And I think if you split it 5 ways, everyone's level 2.
Yeah.
I think everyone got level 2. So.
And then it got nerfed twice.
And nowadays, I feel like having from being level 2 at the start of the lanes would be like even bigger advantage.
Yeah, you see how obsessed people are with denying range creeps.
Yeah.
You know how big the level 2 spike is.
Every like streamer I watch, like high-level MMR streamers, just like, oh yeah, we got to get level 2 before they do, and then we win the lane. Like basically, whoever gets level 2 or level 3 first wins the lane. So.
Mars Phoenix, we talk about it a lot as being figured out by being
5 seconds remaining.
BKB. So far, we don't really have any typical BKB buyers on the side of Team Secret yet, but they are still selecting some cores, I would imagine, so they can still some jug.
It's understood what you gotta, how you gotta itemize, how you gotta play against this, but Mars Phoenix is still just solid, well-rounded team fight. I like it. Puts JT on a comfort pick. It's not like this combo I see where I'm like, oh gosh, Secret's in trouble. But I think for IG, it's like you don't feel bad about it.
I mean, is this worth picking Lifestealer for?
It's probably not. I think Lifesteal is just very slow paced, needs a lot of farm, and that doesn't seem to be what Secret are doing.
Yeah, only Lifestealer I've seen is Thunder Predators.
Weaver! Egg as well, though, so Weaver, I like this better. PB carry, something that hits the egg. Just kind of get to the back lines.
Slip out of the arena if you can time lapse out. Yeah, I like that.
Yep. Not great against, like, I mean, these range carries never feel great against Bulwark, but I don't think it's ever going to be really Weaver's job to be hitting the Mars, and generally he's going to be looking to run past the Mars and hit other people.
5 seconds remaining.
Abaddon with Weaver sounds like a pretty strong lane as well.
Phantom.
Ooh, rare PL joins the fray. Not completely unpicked at the major, but definitely a hero that we don't see very often.
Good
PL game. Yeah, Weaver's not a fan of having to hit multiple units.
All 4 of these heroes don't like PL. I think particularly the second.
10 seconds remaining.
Except that. I mean, Abba's just 5, but like Weaver doesn't deal with illusions.
Yeah.
5
Shaman and his wards get like
remaining.
overran by PL. Beastmaster. PL was always considered one of the good heroes to lane against.
Team
Beastmaster.
Secrets turn to ban.
Yeah, you can lance the boar and even rush the boar.
Well, this is where Nisha maybe needs to pull out one of his more out-of-meta picks, like I mean, Lesh gets banned, maybe Zeus gets considered. You need to address this PL with your last pick here.
Yeah, and we need to set up Nisha for success. I think that's another important one that we're going to look for. This PL, by the way, IG played it earlier this tournament as well. They played it against Vici in their first game, actually. They won.
That was against Terrorblade. They're really good at picking PL when it's a good PL game. So it's like one of those heroes that should have a good win rate because you never pick it if it's not the time to pick it.
Look at that ban. We don't see that very often. I don't think we've seen it picked even once, but the Tinker ban coming.
Yeah.
Well, I'm on board with what Gods is saying, that the Zeus, I think the Zeus is pretty good. Don't really like Magna very much. I'm trying to think of just other high magic damage out
5
heroes
seconds remaining.
In
I thought Secret might consider Storm themselves. It's not like as high as like the Lesh Tinkers, but it's like an okay option, but they actually ban it.
Well, what do you guys think of playing this game, or does it not work
Team Secrets turn to pick.
I mean, at least early mid-game it is, but late game co-op damage-wise falls off a little bit against the PL, but it may just be the best option left, and it is pretty strong right now, I think, co-op.
It's a great IG.
Yeah.
Even before their 5th hero, I was just like, this is already a great draft. And then Void Spirit, one of the most highly contested heroes of this entire tournament, last pick.
5 seconds remaining.
Now, it started out, I mean, this tournament started out with focus on mid lane heroes, with the Puck and the Void Spirit being let through quite frequently. We have shifted a little bit to more flex heroes again at the openings, but that does mean that Void Spirit makes it through quite frequently. What do you want to play against it? Does the Queen of Pain still make sense?
Quap's not bad, but you have to deal with a lot of Lion stuff. So all the heroes that I want are like known to be slippery, like Ember Spirit, Quap.
Unless they switch like Weaver mid and pick some kind of Savannah or something, that may be one possibility, but it doesn't seem most orthodox. Monkey King mid, they're going for the lane dominance. We saw Puppy talk about this a bit when he picked the Bane. Sometimes you feel like your draft's in a weird spot, so you just try and crush the lanes.
Yep.
And that's what Nisha can kind of try and do here. Go into a Battle Fury build, which is greedy, but maybe an answer to the PL as well.
Prepare for battle.
It's looking spicy. Thank you very much. Coming into game 2, Secret, it's do or die for them. Let's see if they can pull this one away and even it up at 1. But King, it's close. Step or 2 further and it would have been a problem for him. Everybody from IG was making their way towards this Monkey King and it's been a big issue. I'm really excited about not having a core IO in this game.
30
It's a little bit of different Dota.
It's a lot more balanced draft-wise for sure. But still, this Phantom Lancer. I mean, they have a Monkey King who's really good against Phantom Lancer, and of course, there's always a chance that you can lock down a single core long enough for your teammates to kill him. But this PL pick is looking really good. Like, if they get into mid-game on even gold, it's gonna be very tough to shut him down. He has a Diffusal Manta.
The battle
I don't know how you stop him.
It's certainly going to be interesting to see if they can stop him. Kaka not even getting that bounty rune as he was trying to stand there and make sure he got something out of it. It's a 3-for-1 in favor of Secret. Going back to the Phantom Lancer, this is probably the hero for me that put Fly on the map in my eyes. When he was known as GGG and he was playing for Keen Gaming, even when he was playing with Serenity, this was always the hero where I was like, all right, I like their chances a lot more just because he's on this hero. This is probably one of his best heroes in my mind.
Certainly, I've got a lot of good memories about that as well. But just in general, this Monkey King is going to have a pretty free lane, and Monkey King is the counter to PL this game. He's probably going to go into Maelstrom, maybe even a Battle Fury if he feels really greedy, and he is going to be Secret's answer to that. Him having free farm is good news for Secret, obviously. They just want to go and win the lanes. Like, bot lane should be pretty easy for Secret, and mid lane also should be damn easy for them.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
That's a magic stick on it.
By Ali. It's looking spicy.
Pretty important kill there. Like a magic stick
not
in
a
mid
good
lane.
feeling to lose that stick.
Yeah, 200 gold. I'm gonna get the big charges, obviously.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Oh,
is
we're also gone.
Stun out. Going down as Kaka's courier drops. Is that stick, like, losing that stick of big there? It's not out of his hands, but it's a significant amount of time where he's not getting charges and maybe not having anything to reliably back up on.
I would say it depends on the lane. This lane, not really. Like Phoenix spell has like 40 seconds cooldown.
Oh,
Weaver just dropping
going
here.
down here, JT. First blood on Matoma Man. They're going to try and trade on the Kaka. Kaka, though, he pops his stick to get the stun out on a puppy. He gets the aquatic shield off. This should explode and blow up Kaka, but it doesn't feel like any damage, really. Kaka might drop, but JT gets a double kill.
Doesn't go through the fog. The shield was very well done by JT. Wait a little bit, then he auto attacked just as Kaka went to the fog, and then he popped it, resulting in just a double kill for nothing. I didn't expect this Weaver lane to lose, to be honest. Weaver Abaddon is a very strong lane. Giving up 2 kills here is gonna feel pretty bad.
And they're constantly fighting in these trees, which I think that's advantage JT at times. If you're going to find the trees, you're basically guaranteeing that he lands a spear. And he's got the help from the Lion. That could be a problem. He's actually TPing over towards mid. The Ballast Strike, perfect timing to prevent potentially maybe an Earth Spike and a Hex to follow. So needed that timing. They do refill the bottle. That's why he's there, but they could have got something if the Ballast Strike was not in the money.
Yeah, potentially. But yeah, he just went really aggro to get the Jingu stacks, of course, and then life with his Boundless. Perfect up by Nisha there. And PL is getting pressured quite a bit. They picked it into a pretty tough matchup. Like Phantom Lancer against Beastmaster is not the worst, but because the Shadow Shaman is there hitting so hard, it is quite a tough matchup for the Phantom. And of course, Phoenix +5 is not the greatest lane support either.
We've seen Ali on that hero a couple of times. It's actually, I like it better when it's on Kaka all. But he has certainly shown a lot of talent with this Lion, and I just don't
bottom tower is under
keep that
attack.
up at the moment.
I agree. I'm not the biggest fan of +5 Phoenix in general. I like the +4 much more. Farm priority just makes beast in the mid game here.
Earth Spike as well as the Spear, but they've got the Aphotic Shield, but Man able to survive the onslaught that comes in from Visibility. But you can see the combos that set themselves up. Not too careful. You lose yourself a Weaver once again.
Lanes are going fantastically for Radiant here. 20 CS Monkey, 18, 17 the side lanes. But IG not too far behind. And Secret really needs to come out with a somewhat decent DT out of this early game.
See if they can rely on I've said this a couple times already today, just how much he's been anchor in the past for IG. I think a lot of that last game obviously doesn't tell the complete picture of what we've seen from IG during the league, obviously because they were playing with an IO. But during the league, JT was really the guy that was consistent enough to bring IG towards the top. We'll see if he can do that here with the Mars, because this has been probably his best hero of the season.
Yeah, he was the MVP of the Chinese region as well. He has pretty much just dismantled every game he played. I mean, even last game too, his Windranger was pretty damn good. Had a couple of overextensions, but overall played really damn well. And this game he's off to a fantastic start as well, with an early double kill. And his Ars is just one of his best heroes, I think. He's gonna get a good timing on his Blink Dagger, potentially Yules, set up a lot of kills here for IG.
So we'll see if he can set it up, if be the guy that they can rely on this game, what his build will be. We've seen a lot of Blinks come out from these Mars, get that Blink Arena Spear, and got the follow-up from Kaka there, the combination with the Arena as well as the Supernova. So there's a lot here in terms of team fight and control for IG. Kaka, I think he just drops if he's not careful.
He's got a big stick. He has nothing to worry about.
He thought about going for it, and there's the stick being used, but immediately Discoil thrown his way. The lose Puppey. They've got the Hex onto the top of the man with the Anchor and locking him up even longer. Kaka now chased and killed off by the Weaver. He at least gets something out of this as he's trying to run away.
Yeah, Kaka playing with his food a little bit. The food bites back. A little bit overzealous here by Kaka. Give freebie to the Tumberman. Okay, like sometimes you just need to feed, you know, to remind yourself, stay grounded. I am killable. I'm just a lion, not an eye with a heart. Rotation in.
Going top, and let's see if they can find a stun nest. They can. They've got the Earth Spike on the edge, and they should find it on Yaxor. So Wi-Fi gets a kill. This is leaving JT alone, but I don't think this is really a lane that by himself he should drop it unless there's a rotation from someone else over for Secret.
Yeah, he definitely shouldn't die, but he's gonna get harassed out of the creep wave quite a bit by this Weaver Abaddon. Yeah, we'll have to see if Puppey, you know, is gonna make Abaddon work, because so far I've only really been impressed with Lanham playing that hero. A lot of people tried to play it in this tournament, it just never really felt as impactful.
They've got the Earth Spike to follow it up. Icarus Dive coming through with the Hex. They have the control. They'll get the kill on Anisha, take out the Monkey King, and the rotations again this game from IG are on the money. Game 1 they were perfect, and in Game 2 they continue to work that way. 5-1 in favor of IG. They may not be CSing as well as Secret, but they're moving around the map and making their lanes pretty hard.
Yeah, and this kill is gonna give Void Spirit a chance to catch up on net worth. Monkey King really wants to dominate this lane. Just being 500 gold ahead is really not what you're looking for when you're the Monkey King.
They've got double damage on Evo, and they're looking for an Aether Rain. Oh, it's onto the Monkey King! Once again, he just got back alive. Atlas Strike is out. Procs the Jingu, but the double damage is not going to be enough here for Evo. They get the kill onto the Void Spirit, and they might even turn this onto Fly. Had the control for a moment, but it didn't last long enough, and now they're trying to turn this around onto the Phantom Lancer. He is in so much trouble. One shot from dead, and Nisha comes away on top. That is a big mistake from IG.
Yeah, and well calculated by Nisha too. Like, he survived with like 150 health, because of the orb of corrosion that he just picked up in base. Wonderful pickup. Happy. Oh, he got the courier too. Double kill.
Got the courier with the God's Rebuke.
Get out. Shoving it right in his face. Well done. And JT sitting comfortably at the top of the net worth here. Fly again. If he drops another plane,
really going
so bad for him. We can't do.
Gonna proc, he can't go anywhere, he's gone.
Dire's top tower
That is so bad for him. Dying back to back on your win condition, that must feel
Dire's
terrible.
structures are fortified.
Now no TP to go to any lane. Ooh, the walk of shame is real.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
the weight
attack.
now is heavily
Dire's
pressed
top
on the
tower
back
is
of
under
JT.
attack.
He's having the best game so
Dire's
far
top
for them,
tower is
and he needs to continue to do so. They've got the stun, they'll have the Aether Remnant, they lock up Puppey, but there's the Aurora. The Hex comes out with the Beast Smash, but the Aether Shock being used here onto Emo. Got the Shackle, they'll have the control, they'll get the kill on the Fluid Spirit. IG just playing their hand a little bit too early, and with the rotations from Secret, they're able to absorb the onslaught from IG and come out ahead.
Yeah, Secret is outplaying them right now. They're just outspeeding them, outmaneuvering them. And IG doesn't really seem to be able to deal with that just yet. They keep diving towers when they should. And Secret just too fast right now. Ollie very low.
Ollie.
Easy bounce.
That Hawk, they have the vision, they get the kill.
And they get the tower as well. Shaman was dropped, the tower gone, top tower gone. Map for your Weaver, and Monkey King wide open.
Is under attack.
And we actually see him go for Radiant. I spoke about Maelstrom as well as Battle Fury, but Radiant is a pretty damn good answer as well. Get a little bit of the burning.
Oh no, Fly needs to be careful. He cannot die again. I mean, the map is already getting pretty tight for him. This is really just, it's really turned on its head for IG.
Yeah, and they don't really have much tower damage. At least JT is uncontested against the bot tower, itemizing into duels. But Phantom Lancer is getting very pressured. He'll start, or he'll have to start to move towards the bottom side of the map. This triangle, half the bot lane.
Dire's
JT, a strike, and now rocking the Jingu. This is all to get a bounty rune, and now he's trying to bottle sip and stay alive. Ooh, uses the arena, breaks the trees. So all of a sudden he's got a stun. This is a spear under the tower. Nobody able to rotate though to help out. That could have been a massive play. And Zide, he's getting a kill on the Kaka while all this is happening. I mean, he's in the triangle getting a solo kill. IG just not reacting there, and it cost him.
Yeah, easy with the roar. I've never really understood between Mars Arena and trees. Like, he dropped the arena and then 1 second later the trees get destroyed. It was a pretty wonky interaction, but helps him survive.
Build time.
Another pause. Okay, lead now
got
for Secret.
ourselves
Good.
Yeah, it's really just need make sure that IG don't find much from this game, and they're doing exactly that. They're playing fast, they're playing loose, and they're getting away with it. I think the big turnaround is, of course, that fight up towards top where they tried to go in onto Nisha again as he had died over mid TP top, and well, they didn't kill him, and that's the big.
My prayers are answered. My prayers are answered.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant are scanning. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
You have my thanks. Double damage!
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Stick to the surge.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah.
pronto un Invictus Gaming que necesita tiempo realmente para activarse. Phantom Lancer de calladito, muy sigiloso por la parte de abajo, escapando de la agresión, se está armando de a poco.
Sí, efectivamente.
К верхней сетке и сидят такие в финале отдыхают. Сыграли 3 серии, проиграв.
Это ГГ!
Attack. Dire are scanning. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Your song has fallen to the Radiant.
Regeneration!
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's courier has been killed. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Invisibility!
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
него есть диффуза, он играет первым номером здесь. Команда стоит...
Los jugadores profesionales les molesta hasta, por ejemplo, los FPS del monitor. Cuando los FPS bajan, les...
Dire are scanning. Radiant's courier has been killed.
Okay.
Maybe I'll have a nap.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning.
Tears of my delight.
Fortune's changed.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant. under attack.
It's looking spicy.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Should I drop the shield?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack. Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Nope.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
My timeline snaps.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.